I've been running scams on the street since I was 10. I was kicked out of the flight academy for having a mind of my own. I'm gonna be a pilot. Best in the galaxy.
Hey, kid. I'm putting together a crew. You in?
That's yes.
I might be the only person. Who knows what you really are?
What's that?
Get ready.
Thought we were in trouble there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on Star Wars. So we're going to be talking about the new Han Solo film, Solo, a Star Wars story. We're going to be breaking down the trailer that was just released a few hours ago. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any Star Wars videos later this year or next year. So a lot of people ask me this in my Infinity War video: why are you doing Marvel videos? Why are you doing stuff other than DC? And I have to emphasize the fact I do whatever content I want to create. Just because my channel is called the DC TV show, it doesn't mean that I have to solely make that, because I love so many franchises and I don't have to stick to what my name is. That's the main focus of my channel, and that's evident by the amount of videos that you get regarding DC TV. So subscribe if you want to see Star Wars videos, and also Marvel or Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, anything like that. So in the first shot, we're going to be breaking this down shot by shot. We see Han Solo and he's in a ship, and although it's a ship, I don't think it's a Millennium Falcon, just due to how the actual layout is. It might be the other ship that is prominently featured throughout the trailer. But the next shot, so I've taken most of the shots from the trailer, the ones that I find interesting. There's still like over 30 frames that I need to go through, but I skipped a few because they're just, you know, longer extended versions of the shots. But in this shot we see Qira, played by Emilia Clarke, who is actually on Game of Thrones. I really like her on Game of Thrones. I haven't seen her in anything else, so I'm very optimistic about her performance. And then we see Han Solo obviously next to her, and they're doing a heist. They're just escaping, and it's been said he's been pulling scams since he was 10 years old, and that is exactly what's happening here in the speeded chase between a new character called Malik, who is on the speeder on the right. And so they're being chased after they've pulled off some sort of heist, and I feel like this film's definitely going to be a heist movie, or you could class it as a thriller. So it's less of the normal just action thriller scenes. I feel like it's going to be more of, you know, the gambling, the scamming, you know, what he's actually been talking about in this trailer. And by the shots with the speeder escape and them always trying to get away from whatever they've done, this crew of technically bounty hunters, but they're not really bounty hunters, they are definitely going to be pulling heists. So that's what I think it's most likely going to be like. This is actually going to be set 10 years before A New Hope. So in the next shot we get a beautiful shot, and this is on the planet Corellia. And it's a new planet. I don't think we've seen it so far, and although this looks like it's very snowy, this is just because it's above the clouds, but there is some snow on the mountains. Obviously you do get that wherever you go around the earth in our world, but also obviously it applies to wherever they are, but that's actually shot in like Greenland or Iceland or something like that. But we get a shot from behind Han Solo, and this is a stunning shot, and I have to say throughout the trailer I've actually been stunned by the looks of all the shots. They all look really, really nice, and I think they've done a very good job of how the visuals actually look from what I can see so far. So we get a shot inside the Millennium Falcon, and the next shot after that is on a planet, and it's a different planet. I forgot the name, but they announced a few of the planets a while back. We see the Millennium Falcon, and it seems like this is maybe before he actually owns the Millennium Falcon, when he's seeing it for the first time. That's definitely possible. And so on the next shot we're back in Corellia, and As you can see in the distance, the mountains are there, and this is a shot on the sand by the sea, and we get a very nice shot of them actually walking through, and we get to meet Woody Harrelson's character, and he's playing a character called Beckett, and Beckett and Han Solo are having a conversation here, and Beckett is forming a team, and this is going to be like a team up heist movie. They're going to be pulling all these heists, but there's some interesting structures with symbols, and we're not sure as of now as to what actually they are, but they're very curious. And so the next shot, we see a shot of Qira, and she's in a more military type uniform, and she's got her droid behind her, and she's next to the Millennium Falcon, and this is probably one of my favorite shots of the whole trailer, considering the smoke around it makes it really ominous. We don't know what she's heading out to, but it seems like she's ready for battle. So our first look at Lando Calrissian, and Lando is in some sort of casino, and that was set up in The Last Jedi, you know, the idea of these planets actually having casinos, and this is going to be quite heavily focused upon because Han Solo and his friends are all in the underworld. They're pulling these massive heists. They're going to be screwing with a lot of big people, and we're going to see a lot of those scenes throughout the film. So the next shot, we see a person who I'm actually not sure who she is or who the actress is, but tell me in the comments below if you know that. And like I said earlier, the underground, this is sort of what I was actually talking about, where they're going to be pulling the heist, and we see Han Solo, and it seems like he's surfacing the place and seeing what actually is there, or maybe he's going to join in, and potentially that's where Lando is because the lighting's very similar. But our first shot of Chewbacca, and Chewbacca is on the planet Corellia with Han Solo and Beckett, and they are talking together, and it's just so great seeing Han Solo and Chewbacca together with Beckett, who is in turn either going to go away or he's going to die because we've never seen him in any of the other films. But I'm not sure about the Han Solo actor. We'll have to wait and see until the film. You can't really tell. His appearances are quite similar. I wouldn't say he's the best pick, but hopefully his performance is really good, and that won't matter about his appearance really. So we get a shot inside of the Millennium Falcon, and we get to see Qira's droid with Lando, and they are flying the ship, and Han Solo is in the background, and they're going into light speed. So another shot on one of the casino planets is with Qira, and she's looking very elegant, and she's with some sort of droid. If this is actually the person in the next shot where Han Solo is actually standing off against, and this is very influenced by Western films, and I'm very excited for this scene. And it seems like this is back on Corellia actually, and potentially this guy, we get a close-up of him. He seems to be like a tribal bounty hunter or something, someone that Han Solo has screwed over in the past, and it seems like maybe he could be the villain of the film. So another elegant shot is this shot, and they're in the new spaceship that they've got, I think, whilst they're not using the Millennium Falcon, and this is on Corellia, I'm fairly certain, because of the mountains, and they've caused some sort of explosions. And so moving on to probably the biggest shot of the whole trailer, and this is probably one of my most anticipated scenes, is because we see a Star Destroyer in the background in the storm coming out of there with some TIE fighters actually going after the Millennium Falcon, and this is just a really cinematic shot, and I love the use of the storm going actually around it, and the use of lighting in it is really nice, and this is on the planet Nimbon. So moving back inside the Millennium Falcon, this seems to be the same scene as the Star Destroyer and the TIE fighters when they're actually getting chased. We see the whole gang there, and they're all really tense because they think they're going to die, considering there's loads of TIE fighters and they are heavily outnumbered, and so we see the Millennium Falcon and them actually looking up. They think they're fine, but no. There's a massive octopus, and Lando's face is literally our reaction when we will see that in the film. So I'm very excited. I'm especially excited for Han Solo and Lando and Chewbacca to see how they all are again, because we know how they are in the future, and this is 10 years before A New Hope, so I'm very excited to see them. So anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make you strong.